to Bad Larry.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the X Factor series. I'm your host, Bad Larry, and today we are covering issue number 58, wrapping up the Raven storyline. The artist on this issue is John Bogdanov, who has filled in from time to time for this series. He's not my favorite artist. A lot of his art panels seem like unfinished sketches, but I guess he gets the job done. This issue is titled Nevermore. Written by the staple of this series, Louise Simonson. We see the manifestation of a tormented and split soul. On one side is Warren Worthington III. On the other, the mad and dangerous Archangel. The rules for the Raven group is that it must be 24 members. If someone kills a member, that person must take his or her place. So because Archangel killed Azure a few issues ago, the Ravens must now make Archangel a Raven to take Azure's place in the group. They plan to do this by force. As much as I kind of dogged Bogdanov in the intro, the artistry to draw this beautiful scenery, this theater, it does take a lot of skill. Archangel is still suffering from the psycho drugs that Sabretooth infected him with way back in issue number 53, 5 issues ago. I mean, this is what I'm saying. For 5 issues, Louise Simonson has kept Archangel drugged up and crazy and out of his mind, and now captured again. She is also the one who wrote Archangel's transformation from Angel into Archangel, a tremendously tortured process. I'm beginning to think she really hates Archangel. The blonde male Raven talking to Crimson is called Cobalt. He's the oldest member of the Ravens and thinks himself the leader. We all know Crimson is really the top dog, though. This poor bum was in the wrong place at the wrong time. The Ravens devour his energy so quickly, kill him, and are disappointed still. Once they had a taste of that mutant energies, regular human hobos just don't cut the mustard anymore. Remember that Forge and Banshee from the X-Men team are currently helping out our X-Factor heroes in rescuing Archangel. Marvel Girl's telepathy isn't restored fully, but there is still something going on there with it. She was able to link to the Ravens' minds and see the horrible plan to turn Archangel into one of them. They need to get to Archangel before the Ravens can complete their little ceremony and turn their friend into a Raven for forever. The cop here is Officer Jones. Archangel saved her a couple times. She's saved Archangel. She's cool. Officer Jones says shooting the Ravens point blank did nothing. X Factor tells her they think that the Ravens are vampires, which is true. And if you didn't notice, Cyclops has his hooded look back. Somehow, between last issue, when he had his hair out, and this issue, man, the artist didn't communicate on his look. They need to get it together. We learn here that the Ravens are linked to the ancient Egyptian god called Horus, who had the body of a man and the head of a falcon. Archangel is strapped to an Ankh, the symbol and item Horus held in his right hand. The Ravens say they are an extension of Horus's left hand. It is interesting these villains are linked to ancient Egyptian gods who are looking now to alter Archangel. And then we have Apocalypse, who is also an ancient Egyptian mutant who fancies himself a god who did alter Angel to become Archangel. But the Egyptian link with Archangel here is quite interesting. Crimson is about to remove the silver power inhibiting belt that Forge had made for Archangel, but Cobalt grabs her hand before she can do it, as Cobalt is possibly equally intelligent as Crimson is cunning. Cobalt sends Crimson out to find a victim for Archangel to feed upon once his transformation into a Raven is complete. Well, ain't that nice of Cobalt to be so courteous of a new member? Of course, Crimson had anticipated this request and has chosen Officer Jones to be the victim. No, we like Officer Jones. The Ravens aren't traditional vampires who need to be asked permission to enter your house. No, they can just materialize and then poof, they're in, and then poof, they're gone. Poor little boy just saw his mommy get snatched up by 3 monsters and vanish. He's gonna need some therapy. The X Factor team must rely on Marvel Girl's telepathic link to the Ravens to guide them. They plan to crisscross the city until she picks up the faintest trail, and then she can guide the entire team to their location. She's a telepathic hound dog. Oh boy, the ceremony is starting. The 23 Ravens are all chanting in some Egyptian language. Why does Archangel need to be upside down on this thing? If I had one chance to ask Louise Simonson one question, I would ask her why she hates Archangel so much. Poor guy is now speaking in hieroglyphics. As the ceremony is commencing, Crimson is biding her time to try and sabotage the whole thing. She hates with a passion the Ravens. I don't know why, she just does, but it was said before they all do hate each other. It's just kind of their thing. But Crimson really hates them, and Cobalt especially, because she doesn't want Archangel to become a Raven. She wants to consume Archangel herself and then destroy all the other Ravens with her new power, which she thinks will free her of the tie to the Ravens. Quite selfish, this Crimson. Two Ravens drag poor Officer Jones up to Archangel like a lamb to the slaughter. Oh boy, Archangel has now been transformed into a Raven! Just like that! But the process is not fully complete until he's had his first meal, which of course is going to be Officer Jones. But Officer Jones is a fighter and quite lucky because X Factor shows up just in the nick of time. Cyclops blasts some Raven fools, but there are 23 Ravens and only 6 heroes. Cyclops, Beast, Iceman, Marvel Girl, Forge, and Banshee from X-Men. But being outnumbered has never stopped these heroes. Cyclops says, let them have it. They aren't human, they are cold-blooded monsters. And make sure you aim for the head. But Cyclops gets taken by Cobalt from behind. No diddy. And Beast swings in for the save for his favorite move, the flying double foot to the face attack. Crimson is the only one excited for this intervention. She plans to attack Archangel solo while everyone else is preoccupied. Officer Jones could see Archangel fought the urge to kill her, so she's gonna fight to repay that effort. Officer Jones leaps into an attack, but Crimson is too fast and strong and catches Jones by the throat. But that was Jones's plan all along, keeping her hands free in order to remove the power inhibiting belt and set Archangel free. Now let's get the odds back into the hero's favor. But Archangel, even though he's free, he's still kind of mad. He has that pill in him making him crazy. But after everything he's gone through, Archangel has a will of adamantium. Honestly, if there was a Marvel DC crossover, Archangel should get the Green Lantern power ring. He has so much willpower. Officer Jones begs Archangel to fight. She has a kid. She can't die. Archangel musters up as much will as he can, and kablooey! He kills Crimson with a wing shot to the dome. How about that, sister? And Crimson goes dusty. Archangel passes out on the verge of dying, barely breathing. He used up all his strength on that last attack. Cobalt is literally killing Cyclops. That bastard! Marvel Girl tries using her telekinesis on Cobalt, but to this creature, her telekinetic attack directly is useless. So far, X Factor has killed 5 Ravens, but are being overwhelmed. And here we see Cobalt get a little nasty with Marvel Girl, this creepazoid. Cobalt backs Marvel Girl into a corner like some ad executive would do to his secretary back in 1949. But Marvel Girl has fought worse monsters than Cobalt, and she's a smart cookie as well. She uses her telekinesis to drive the Ankh into Cobalt's head, killing him. Dang, that is 2 people for sure she has eliminated in this series all by herself. This guy, and remember, she also killed Prism back in issue number 10. And here she saved Cyclops to boot. Epic move. Cobalt was the last straw keeping the very existence of the Ravens alive. With Marvel Girl eliminating Cobalt, the remaining Ravens just implode, dissolve, they're gone, bye-bye! On a side note, again, with character continuity, why did Bogdanov draw Beast so humongous? I made a point to say how in last issue, Beast looked lean and more slender, but now he's back to being a freaking gorilla just in one issue? I wish the editors gave these artists a bit more guidelines for Beast other than make him furry and blue with wing hair like Wolverine. Forge knew that Archangel had been poisoned with some sort of pill inside Archangel's skin, and voila! Forge is able to remove the poison pill, saving Archangel's life. Hopefully now Louise Simonson can give Archangel a few issues off before tormenting him and almost killing him again. Good grief! The note from the writing team says not to miss issue number 59, the next issue, and says, quote, don't say we didn't warn you. So stay tuned for that issue coming out real soon. Let's see if it lives up to their hyping it up. Like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you real soon. Peace.